You mix John Calipari in with the return of Patrick Patterson and the #1 recruiting class in the country. A lot of people were throwing words around like Final Four and National Championship. However, Coach Cal says you might want to ease up on all that talk.
You also have people that'll say that we're going to be the national champion, trying to divert attention. You know, it's all kind of they're #1 or 2. They're going to be. I've done this too long. It doesn't have any effect on me at all. It's not to put more pressure on us. Can you do that at Kentucky? I'm not buying it. We're going to have half the team is going to be new players that have never played down a college basketball. The other half are going to be players that have never played this style. And so to say that we're going to be one of the best teams in the country or the best team in the country, and Dickie V's out there saying stuff which he never embellishes ever. We've got a ways to go. This is going to be a step at a time. I think what you'll find out in November and December, balls will be flying everywhere and people will be questioning how we're playing. And then all of a sudden it'll hit January, and all of a sudden we'll have a couple breakout games, and they'll go, oh my goodness. And then hopefully by February we now aren't turning it over as many. Our shot selection is better, but we just keep running people into the ground. That's how you're playing. And then by March you're playing your best basketball.
The UK baseball team makes its final push for postseason play beginning tomorrow with a 3-game series against Florida. Only 8 teams make the conference tournament, and right now the Cats are 9th, a game and a half behind Vanderbilt. Here's our Dan Reefer with more.
Well, you approach it like you have to win Thursday night's game. You know, it really doesn't do any good to talk about you got to win X number of games and Vandy's got to do this because if you don't take care of Thursday night, then it all becomes irrelevant.
We're just going to attack it like we do like any other weekend. Nothing different, except this time hopefully we get our first sweep of the year.
Even with a sweep of Florida, the Cats do not control their own destiny and could be playing in their final series of the season.
Certainly there's some finality to the last weekend, you know, and the kids can all do the math.
I'd really like to make it, seeing that this is my last year. You always want to go out on top.
Entering the final weekend, here's the situation. Kentucky needs to sweep Florida, and Vandy needs to lose 2 of 3 to Tennessee. Or if the Vols sweep the Commodores and the Cats take 2 of 3 in Gainesville, UK would claim the 8th and final spot in the conference tournament.
If we win, then we can only see we just got to hope that Vandy loses. If we lose, there's just going to be a lot of scoreboard watching, I think.
UK is trying to make its 3rd trip to the SEC tourney in 4 years.
You want to play in the postseason. That's why you play. You play for championships. You play for the postseason. You play for the regionals. You play for Birmingham. You play for all those reasons. And when you don't get there, it's a huge disappointment.
With the Wildcats, Dan Reefer, ABC 36 Sports.
Thank you, Dan. Now, this is how you thrash on an air guitar. My man rock it out at the Legends game tonight. Lexington taking on Charleston, and the River Dogs struck early. This shot off the wall brings in a run. The Legends just couldn't get it going offensively. They fall tonight 3-1. Well, they know where they'll start in the 134th running of the Preakness Stakes. Let's take a look. Mind That Bird, the winner of the Kentucky Derby, will start out of gate 2 and goes off at 26-1 with a new jock. Mike Smith replaces Calvin Burrell because Calvin Burrell is going to be on the favorite, Rachel Alexandra. She's going to exit out of gate 13 at 8-5. Our very own Cheryl Glassford walking the plank for the good of the story. Great job as always. Getting it done for the Jack Kane Ford Play of the Day.